bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here, I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together, it's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you all please stand to welcome Helena, who's accompanied by Bill, her father, and the bridal party.
Captured effortlessly, that's the way it was. Happened so naturally, I did not know it was love. The next thing I felt was you holding me close. What was I gonna do? I let myself go, and now we're flying through the stars. I hope this night will last forever. Oh, oh, oh. Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. I've been waiting for you, it's been so long. I knew just what I would do when I heard your song. You filled my heart with a kiss, you gave me freedom. You knew I could not resist, I needed someone. And now we're flying through the stars. I hope this night will last forever. Oh, oh, oh.
Would all the guests please be seated?
Fine, yeah, fine, yeah. I'll take on I think it's umbrella time.
Here comes the sun, isn't it, surely?
I think it's because you're late, that's why.
On behalf of Neil and Helena, I'd like to welcome you all to the Gardens, which has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriage. My name is Richard, and together with my colleague Linda, it is our great pleasure to be here with you today on this special day to conduct and register this ceremony. If you want to link arms, you can.
You can link my arm as well.
You've all been invited here to celebrate with Neil and Helena, to witness their marriage and the promises they will make to one another. Marriage is a commitment for life in which people can find and bring out the best in each other. When two people promise to love and care for each other in marriage, they create a union unique to themselves, which binds them closer than any spoken or written word. The legal declarations and vows that Neil and Helena make today will join their lives and are based on the love they share. So, Bill, who presents Helena to be married to Neil today?
I do.
Thank you, Bill. You may sit down.
That's
Very nice. And best men, thank you very much indeed. Good. Before you are joined in marriage, I have to remind you both of the solemn and binding character of the vows you're about to make. Marriage in this country is the union of two people, voluntarily entered into for life, to the exclusion of all others. But more than this, marriage is also intended to provide the love, friendship, help and comfort that we all need in our lives. I'm now going to ask the time-honoured question of everybody here today. If there is any person present who knows of a lawful impediment why Neil Martin Baxter and Helena Grace Cole may not be joined in matrimony, you should declare it now. The perfect silence. Perfect. Okay, we'll carry on, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, we have two readings today, and the first of those will happen now. And I'd like to ask Gemma to come forward, and she's going to give us a reading called A Realistic Wedding. If you'd like to stand to that side and face your guests. That's it. Come stand there. That's it.
A realistic wedding code. Marriage is a journey and not just a destination that goes far beyond this wedding and this public celebration. This is just the beginning of the path you will travel together, with obstacles to overcome and possible storms to weather. One day you will sit side by side, hand withered and bent, thinking back of all the years and the good times you spent. You remember the laughter and recall the special places, and look far beyond the grey-haired and softly lined faces. So take it all in and cherish each day, no matter what happens, no matter what is thrown your way. You're both realistic and every day won't be a dream, but you're in this together because you make a cracking team.
Thank you very much, Gemma. Thank you. Hold hands, both hands if you want to. I'm going to read you your personal promises, and at the end of it, I'm going to ask you both a question. And the answer that we all want to hear is "we are." Okay? The promises you're about to exchange serve as a declaration of the love you have for each other. It is not just the words you speak today that will unite you, but the sense of love and devotion that you feel within your hearts. A good partner in a marriage will not only be loving and caring, but also a true friend. Neil and Helena, are you both ready to make your commitment to each other?
We are. We are?
We are.
As long as it's in the affirmative, that's the main thing.
It's too long ago, isn't it?
Now, Neil, I'm going to read you your personal promises, and at the end of it, the answer we all want to hear is "I do." Neil, do you take Helena to be your lawful wedded wife? Do you promise to be not only her husband, but also her best friend, to be loving and faithful to her for the rest of your life?
I do.
Helena, same question, same answer. Helena, do you take Neil to be your lawful wedded husband? Do you promise to be not only his wife, but also his best friend, to be loving and faithful to him for the rest of your life?
I do.
I'm now going to ask you to declare your freedom to marry, and then you will both exchange your marriage vows. Traditionally, the groom goes first, so Neil, I'd like you please to repeat after me. I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Neil Martin Baxter,
why I, Neil Martin Baxter,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Helena Grace Cole.
to Helena Grace Cole.
Very good. Helena, your turn. Could you please repeat these words after me? I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not,
of any lawful impediment
sorry again,
of any
of any
lawful impediment
lawful impediment
why I, Helena Grace Cole,
why I, Helena Grace Cole,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Neil Martin Baxter.
to Neil Martin Baxter.
Very good. The exchange of vows forms the heart of your ceremony. Having declared that you are free to marry, the time has now come for you to make your marriage vows. This is a very special moment because as you say these words, you will be joined in marriage. And as tradition has it, the groom goes first. So would you say these words, please, to Helena? I call upon
I call upon
these persons here present
these persons here present
to witness that I,
to witness that I,
Neil Martin Baxter,
Neil Martin Baxter,
do take thee,
do take thee,
Helena Grace Cole,
Helena Grace Cole,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
Now, Helena, would you say these words, please, to Neil? I call upon
I call upon
these persons here present
these persons here present
to witness that I,
to witness that I,
Helena Grace Cole,
Helena Grace Cole,
do take thee,
do take thee,
Neil Martin Baxter,
Neil Martin Baxter,
to be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
A wedding ring is an ancient and traditional way of sealing a marriage, as it is a circle with neither a beginning nor an end. It is an outward sign to everyone of the promises you have both made here today. So I'd like to call forward
Phil.
Phil. That's right, Phil. Phil chose the job. Would you like to open my box? And Neil, if you could take Helena's ring, please. I'm placing on third finger, left hand, all the way down over the knuckle. And holding the hand and the ring, would you say these words, please, to him? With this ring,
With this ring,
I join my life with yours.
I join my life with yours.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
I promise to respect and cherish you.
I promise to respect and cherish you
And be faithful always.
and be faithful always.
Thank you. Helena, would you like to take Neil's ring now, please? You can sit down, thank you very much. All the way down, over the knuckle. I've got a tissue here if you'd like.
Thank you. Cheers. Not even that you don't want to take that.
I'll take it.
Take Puritan.
Right, Helena, would you say these words to Neil, please? With this ring,
With this ring,
I join my life with yours.
I join my life with yours.
All that I am, I give to you.
All that I am, I give to you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
And all that I have, I share with you.
I promise to respect and cherish you.
I promise to respect and cherish you.
And be faithful always.
And to be faithful always.
Very good, thank you. Now we've got the second reading now. So if you'd like to stand to that side, take them facing like that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a second reading now. And I'd like to call Daniel forward, who's going to read a piece entitled Neil and Helena.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's fine.
All of us here today have our own love stories. Some are short, others are long, and some are yet unwritten. While the older heads, I was going to say in the room, but outside, will tell us that Neil and Helena's love story is just getting to the good part. There are many chapters in all of them. Some may have been sad or disappointing, whilst others have been exciting and full of adventure. We're all here today because we want to be part of Neil and Helena's love story. We're here to support them, we're here to laugh with them, but mostly we're here to remind them that love isn't happily ever after, but it's the experience of writing your story together. There will no doubt have been big moments already, like saying that first I love you. But you might laugh at that. Then more recently, it would have been moving into the first house together, getting engaged, and now today. Mostly though, and of most importance, it's all the little moments that come in between the big ones. The falling asleep next to one another. Still don't know how you do it, Helena. The making dinner together. The spending time with friends and family that are all around today. Binge watching through a Netflix series. Getting a big hug when you get home late from turning off someone's gas. Etc, etc. These everyday little moments and experiences fuse together to make your own love story. As time goes on, and you'll fill your story with more of these little moments, the smaller ones will get forgotten and start to fade away, but they're there in the background, holding together your story like a glue. Neil, Helena, by continuing to produce these little moments, you'll ensure that you have a true love story, and true love stories don't end.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you very much. Holding hands. May you always be able to confide in each other, support each other's hopes and dreams, and laugh together. From this moment, you created an understanding between the two of you that no one can break. We all hope that your love, trust, and understanding of each other will continue to bring you both contentment and joy in your life together, and remain constant through the years. Neil and Helena, you have given your marriage vows and promises to each other in front of everyone here. And it is my greatest of pleasures to announce that you are now married and husband and wife. Would you like to kiss the bride? Of course you would.
Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. I make my wish upon a star and hope this night will last forever. I make my wish upon a star and hope this night will last forever. Oh, 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 ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. At first you put your arms around me, then you put your charms around me. We stare into each other's eyes, and what we see is no surprise. Got a feeling most will treasure, and a love so deep we cannot measure. Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you. Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better than you.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, you've all been wined and dined, and now it's speech time. First, we have a very proud man indeed. He's watched Helena grow up into a beautiful lady she is today, and how it is a privilege of watching her marry Neil. Ladies and gentlemen, he's of course the father of the bride, so please give a big warm welcome for Bill.
That's enough. That's fine up there. Thank you. Okay, I can do with a bickering afterwards, okay? I'd like to start by thanking you all for joining us here to celebrate this special occasion on the marriage of my daughter Helena and this young man here, Neil. Thank you very much. Should have told me quicker there. I'm going to start by, there's always going to be haggling I suppose, but I'm going to start actually by speaking about my little flower here, Helena. Being the youngest of four, she was always finding ways of making herself noticed, you know, and it was many ways. It could be Paddy in Sainsbury's, you know, appearing different colour hair, wearing my boots, my work boots, which was always a favourite of her, walking around, you know, Bigfoot, and running into doors. Hence, we don't see it so much now that it's gone over here. But there was one thing she'd done very well, actual facts. It was on occasion we was on holiday and Wayne was hiding. She was pretty good at hiding. She was really good indeed. And as parents with youngsters, we all know these big pits with the coloured balls and a climbing frame. Yeah, we all know. Well, this was the same in Weymouth, and they were playing there most of the rest of the afternoon, and the day was getting to the end. And we decided, you know, we're going to go. So, calling all the children in, you know, the 3 come along quite well, but there was one that didn't. This little one here. Now, she had a great idea of laying underneath all these coloured balls, you know, and sort of laying there. And after a while, Judy and I used to sort of walking around, and her voices got louder and louder and louder. And yeah, suddenly she just appeared, you know, sort of come up with the biggest smile on your face, you know. Incredible. She's incredible. And that's also the cheeky side of her as well. This little one came into my world, actual facts, and it's one of those times that stays in your heart for a long time, you know. They just don't go away, you know. And the best thing about it is she's also born upstairs in her bedroom, and like, you know, and that was very privileged as well. And with 3 little siblings outside the bedroom door, just couldn't wait to come and see her little sister. It was a very, very moving moment. And when we're all together, you know, you become a very proud dad, you know, and it's one of those times, and once again, it just doesn't go away, and hopefully, you know, it goes on forevermore. Going into work in the mornings used to be, you know, it was very hard, leaving them all behind, especially this little one, the first little one. But coming home, oh, it was great, you know, it was really nice, and the rest of the children felt the same as well. They do say that, you know, you should make the most of your children when they grow up, which is absolutely true, you know. These times you just don't get back. And here we are now, well, in my case, me, give my little flower away to this young man here, Neil. He's a good guy. And it's one of those times, as you say, like everything else, they come into your life and then they start leading their own lives themselves. Helena herself, actually, she's grown up. She's achieved some amazing goals, you know, amazing goals, and it's always been a privilege to do. She's had the confidence to go forward and take challenge after challenge, and she continues to do it. But there is another side to my little flower, like, you know, this creative, thoughtful and kind young lady, you know, she wouldn't bat an eyelid. She really wouldn't. So not only kick you above the head, but also above the knee. She had no quills about it at all. This was her kickboxing days. She really enjoyed kickboxing. And on one occasion, Judy and I, we went to a tournament that she was in. And she was done well, actually, very well, very well. And I think, actual fact, this when I think you broke your nose in, I think your nose got broken. Well, it looks like my dad's, you see. My dad's, if you look at the photographs, my dad's got a broken nose, and she's got a cold nose there. Maybe I'm right. But anyway, she went on to, actually, in fact, many a tournament, and she got very, very good and enjoyed it very much indeed. And as we all know, at the date she went on to boxing, which she also thoroughly enjoyed. And the family encouraged her very much, you know, they're very encouraged. And one of her brothers on occasion was asked to, he knows who it is actually, in fact, asked to be knocked out, and it was on cameras. And it took many takes, and I think much, you know, loads of giggles and everything else. And unfortunately, he didn't see it get hit him, and he got knocked off his feet, which was quite good actually. It was quite pleasant. The guilty partner. I don't know who's guilty, him or her. I don't know, but it was very good actual fact. She also, as I say, she would use one of them very boxing tournaments as well. And I do believe Neil went and saw her box with her family at one time. And on this particular bout she was in, even the opponents, supporters, they said that Helena did win the fight, and they managed to well, the judge himself, actually, the referee, or what he's called, the judge, it was a draw. It was called a draw. Helen was up for a rematch, you know, a rebound, and but she said no, she wouldn't have it. Well, it says it all, really, doesn't it, I suppose, yeah. One thing she used to say, actual fact, when she was fighting, she would think of my dad. Now, he was called Big Granddad. There is an answer to this. And she would say that when she was fighting, she would think of my dad, you know, and because he was a fighter, and she would say get more energy out of the fight when she did. As for a little granddad, that's Judy's dad, my wife's dad. He was called Small Granddad. Now, he wouldn't bat, no, he'd just jump into the ring, like, you know, he would take over and sort of protect her from any opponent would come in. He's that sort of guy as well. It would have been probably better if he asked Helena to sort of dance around the ring and maybe not get hit so much, but maybe not. Helena's nan's had a big influence in her life, actual fact, and not only growing up, but dressing up. One of the occasions she dressed my mum, which is now Little Nan. She's Little Nan, it's big, you know, everything's up and big and small. And on one occasion, she used to, well, she did dress up my mum in some crazy outfits. My mum was a rapper. I remember what she knows, a rapper. She was, my mum loved it. They, you know, it was part of, my mum enjoyed it as much as Helena did. And as I say, it was one of those things that she just done very well. Now her Big Nan, now this is Judy's mum, she was Big Nan, all the children know her as Big Nan. Now, actual fact, she wore some lovely clothes, you know, she was a very, very snazzy dresser, and very nice at as well. And I think that's where she gets her dress sense from. I don't think my mum so much, but Judy's mum was a very good dresser. It does seem that Emma's forever either knocking somebody's block off or... Oh, sorry, Helena, sorry, I keep doing that. Yeah. I get it from my mother, actual fact. She would go for the whole family, you know. And the worst thing about it, I was the middle one. I used to get the hip before it went down again, and I get on the way up as well. So you've got to bear with me when it comes to calling all different names, but don't worry about it. Neil's Neil anyway, that's for sure. He's not going to change. I'll get to him later on anyway, but there you go. But in that same forever, Helena is always thought I would knock the block off of somebody or dress them up. But it's not the case really, because not only Helena brings out the best in herself, she brings out the best in everybody else around her too. And that's what makes Judy and I very proud, and you know, we love her very much for that. She's always bringing out the best in her, as I say, for that. But as for me, as a dad or father, I think the biggest thing I ever like is her smile. She's got the biggest smile, actual fact, and when she smiles, it does melt me, actual fact, it really does. And there's nothing better, actual fact, that I've ever experienced at the moment, that is, apart from the wife, that is yeah, that comes later on, actually, that comes later on, yeah. I hope to get a bit more of some of this down before I get away. Oh, well, there I'll fall asleep. But sorry? Yes, I did, actually, in fact, yeah. That's another thing, we'll talk about that later on in the evening when everybody else has been drinking. This is why I said it goes on for an half hour, or an hour and a half if I said to somebody down there earlier on. But when she comes up and gives me a big cuddle, and a hello pops, which is one of the things she does, and that big smile, well, it doesn't get any better than that. It doesn't get any better. And that's my little flower, Helena. She's always one and she always will be. Now as for this guy here, Neil, you know? Yeah, this is bad. No, this is very bad. No, it's not that bad really. Neil come out, actually, yes, it's also a bit to Sean, isn't it? They met at the venue, and it's been confirmed now, and I think I've got to blame Sean. Where is he? Sean? There he is, right down here. And it was Sean that introduced you two together, I think, at the venue, wasn't it? Yeah. I only found out today, so...
The first and last time I've ever seen him.
That don't reflect, you know, that doesn't reflect on something, you know. No wonder you sat right down there anyway, my dear chap. No wonder you sat right down there.
Oh, no, we love him.
Yeah, that's not bad, is it? Well, actually, the first time, well, no, actually, I think we heard of Neil. Actually, we heard about Neil before we met him. And Helena come home that evening or afternoon and said, "I've met this boy. He's got a blue sports car and he works for the gas board." It's amazing, isn't it? You know. And that was the first thing she said for me. You know, it's amazing. And but as a father, we don't like boyfriends, do we? You know, we don't like boyfriends. You might say why? It's because I was that age once, and I knew what I wanted then. And on special occasions, I possibly could get it now, so. But that's, well, you never know, I mean. In actual fact, I'm just looking. On that small note, I've looked in the toilets and things, and apparently my daughter's put some special in this basket, and she's putting special things in the toilets. You know, in the basket we all sit in, yeah, unless people ain't on the toilet yet.
I didn't put any of them in there.
But there's none of the other, there's nothing for the pill after or innocence, innocence is marvellous, isn't it? Marvellous.
I ain't showing Dad those.
But I did say, actually, mate, let's give this young man a chance, let's give this young man a chance. And over the years, actual fact, he has shown that he does love Helena very much, and he also cares for her. And I'd also say that Neil's also shown a great respect, not only to Judy and I, but the rest of my family. And with that, though, actual fact, I'd like to welcome Neil into my family. Now it's my turn to have a go at him, the actual fact, I suppose, yeah. Let's have a go. I've lost my lines here now, wait a minute. Yeah. Just so we all know, actually, Neil likes his sports, doesn't he? He likes football.
Really?
Well, okay. Football, golf, and many, many other sports he does. But also, no, actual fact, he supports me overall, which is... it ain't too bad, but when you got boys in a family, also, and there's only... Lucky enough, there's no West Ham or Crystal Palace or Arsenal's in there, There's the other one, it's Cheltenham. But they don't, it doesn't go too far. It's quite sort of easy going. I'll get my lines here in a minute. I'm getting off in a minute. His golf, for instance. Yeah, he told me about his golf, and what I can see in his golf actually seems to be, or golf tournaments as they are. No, sorry. There seems to be more eating and drinking, or drinking and eating, and they was playing golf. But I suppose it keeps him out of trouble, and also gives him a bit of fresh air and a bit of exercise. There is one sport that Neil's not very keen on, actual fact, and that is fishing. And that comes from camping, and it also comes in the rain as well. These are weekends so we go away with the family, and they've been doing it for quite a few years. And on this particular occasion, I think it was sort of late afternoon, I was on one side of the bank, and I can hear the youngsters walking along the other side. They're not walking or whatever they were doing. And all of a sudden it's this almighty splash, and it sounded like some poor old cow falling into the lake, But apparently it was Neil. And the idea, I think, he thought he couldn't catch you with rod and line, so what he'd do is he'd dive in and get him. Apparently also he stumbled, but I think there was a bit of skullduggery and a bit of drinking involved in it, somewhere along the line. But a lot of drinking as well. But as for the camping, I think he was camping with my older boy at this particular time, and it did rain, and I think there was more mud and water inside the tent than it was inside the tent. In actual fact, I can't remember where he slept that night. I know it wasn't with me, that's for sure. And I can't remember where he slept that night. So that's a mystery, I suppose, along the line anyway. We'll probably find it one day. But what I can say is Neil's a great guy. he's a great guy, and he's up for anything. You know, he's always there to go. So, according to what I've seen of his steak night and all that, so he does that very well. The first time I met his family, you know, I think it was a nun.
His mum. Yeah. His mum. That was a
nun,
yeah.
A nun?
She was a nun.
A nun?
She was a nun.
See? Pickering already, right? First argument, you know.
Dressed up as a nun.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've got a wife that can't hear either, you know what I mean? It's just amazing. She started already. I'm even married half hour now, but anyway. He was a nun, a red Indian. Oh, and a cowgirl, yeah. And I think later on, I met a schoolboy, a dinner lady, and a charming young man, the headmaster, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, great, it was, yeah, great. I reckon, you know, this is where Helen's going to fit in, because, you know, your family seems to have this dressing up like in your genes, and this is where she will fit in. Just before I'd like to toast this couple, I'd like the couple, could they please stand? Thank you very much. I've asked this couple to stand because it's something that Judy and I have sort of felt over the years that's got to be done. And also over the years we've noticed that they both like dressing up in some crazy outfits. And also Neil, the reason for blindfolds is that Neil does not like anything he doesn't know about, apparently, because I've heard he also found out where he was going his steak night by posing as a friend. Well, this time he doesn't know what's happening. So, whether it be on, whether it not be. So with that in mind, I thought it'd be useful. To show and give them an idea of what they both would look like in years to come. Bear with me, I've got to waffle this bit so they get themselves ready. I now see where they are. You can put your arm around them, Neil. You can do that, okay? Now, with that in mind, could I please ask you all to stand? Could I please understand, right? And I would like you all to please raise your glasses and toast to the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Baxter of 2040. Okay with that? Okay, now I've finished. I mean, you may all sit. Did you toast? Oh, everybody did that. That's my toast. I thought I'd do the future bit. I'll give you a Hasm.
Ladies and gentlemen, the hostess with the mostess and who is paying for this fantastic day would like to say a few words, so I'll hand you over to the group.
Thank you. Just want to start by saying thank you, Bill, for the lovely words, even though they were a bit long, but yeah, we'll move on from there. I'm not used to this sort of thing, standing up in front of people, so we'll see how we go. So, on behalf of me and my new wife, my wifey, we'd like to say a big thank you for all coming here today, spending our special day together. We know some of you have travelled a long way to get here. Especially me. And knowing that you've all got to pay like £6 a drink at a bar, that's a big commitment there, so cheers for that. But before I start going on, there's some, not everyone's here with us today, and especially loved ones who are in our thoughts and in our hearts through the years. So while we're all thinking of them, can we just raise our glasses and joining me in a toast to absent loved ones.
Absent loved ones.
Thank you. There's going to be a few thank yous and a few toasts through this speech, so I'm hoping you've all got a full glass. And we have got a few gifts to give out, but I'll crack on with the speech and I'll give them out near the end. We've been planning this day for quite a while now.
Yeah.
Well, I say planning. It's mainly been Helena with all of her ideas and me just going, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, great, yeah, you do that, yeah, it's fine. The only thing I had control of was the weather. And we all know how that went today. To be fair, I'll stay dry. Nice one. I've got to thank all for our parents for all the support for the wedding. We really couldn't have done it without you. I want to say a big thank you to Bill for letting me take his daughter's hand in marriage. That was hard. That was hard to ask for, but I was nervous. But
It's going to cost.
I got there. Before I met you, I know a few things, especially from a uni mates. Have you met a dad yet? Have you met a dad yet? Have you met a dad yet? Really? Can't be that bad, surely. So when I met him, I was a little worried, but I can honestly say, once I met him, what a lovely, lovely man he is, and I couldn't wish for a better father-in-law.
Thank you. Thank you.
So. Now, on to my new mother-in-law, next to me, Judy. Yeah, if you can hear. If you can hear. I think Helena gets most of her traits from you.
Pardon? Did you hear that?
I think Helena gets most of her traits from you.
Listen.
So I don't know what I've let myself in for. No, I'm only messing.
That's alright,
You've both done an amazing job in raising such an incredible daughter. She is caring, loving, hard-working, and she has a great sense of humour. And all her qualities have come from you.
Okay, look this way.
And I'm supposed to say thank you for accepting me into your family. But you've made me feel this way for years now. So I just want to thank you for all your help and support you've given me and Helena over the years.
Thank you.
I want to say a big thank you for my dad, being there through the years, letting me make my own decisions, even though most of the times he thought they were wrong. I know he don't like to hold back with his words, so there you go.
Don't give him the mic.
He helped me get my first job in the gas industry, and I'm still there 15 years later. So even after all the shocking safety audits he used to give me through the years and make me feel the pain for everyone, I've got through that and I'm still there now. But just remember, people, stay safe. That's it, stay safe. Mum, where do I start? It's difficult. You've been there for me all the time growing up, and I really do appreciate everything you've done for me. I moved out the flat, saying it'd only be for a few months. 8 years later, still there, still slaving away. I was there for 8 years and Helena was there for 3. So, yeah, we done all right. And honestly, I wouldn't be the man I am today without you. I would like to say a massive thank you for all the love and the guidance and support you gave me growing up. So I just want to say thank you. Would you please raise a glass and toast to our mums and dads? My sister Laura, just want to say a little thing, just because she's my sister and I love her to pieces. Growing up with you was always fun and exciting. we definitely had many fights along the way, but as we grew older, we've become great mates, and I love you to pieces. But I want to thank you and Lee for being our witnesses today, and thank you both for all the help and support you've shown me and Helena. So thank you for being our witnesses. On to my 2 new brothers from a different mother. Thanks for also being our witnesses. No, seriously, and thanks for always being there for us, especially when I need feeding or I'm in need of a haircut. So, happy days for you two. So thank you very much. Another thank you goes to our readings today for Gemma and Dan for their lovely words during the ceremony. I know how nervous you were, Gem, so we really do appreciate you getting up there and doing what you've done, so that's amazing. And to actually hear Dan say some nice things about me and Helena, yeah, that's mad. That's absolutely mad, so, and it actually makes a change. So thanks, Gem, and thanks, Dan. We really do appreciate it for the reading. To our flower girls, Ginny, Sadie, and our page boy Gabriel. The girls look like princesses today.
Yeah.
And Gabriel is very handsome. And I was going to say he guarded the rings like a security guard, but he didn't really. He launched them and had a bit of a tantrum. So cheers, mate. So I appreciate that. But other than that, they've made our day today. And so can everyone join me and give me a big round of applause for Gabriel, Ginny and Sadie. On to the bridesmaids.
Yes.
A massive thank you goes to Emma, Liz and Ashley for all their help towards today. I'm sure we'll agree they all look stunning today. And we'd like to thank you for all the different parts in planning today. As in supporting, sharing ideas with Helena, hair, makeup trials, helping things run smoothly, probably helping with the cake last night. Yeah. And also for a great hen do. Helena wanted me to say that she absolutely loved it. She was over the moon with everything she's done. So was I. I come home and I had a massive cardboard cutout myself. So I was like, happy days. Walked in, yeah, like it. So I just want to say, cheers for you. So a little toast to the bridesmaids. Another thank you goes to Murile and Darren, my groomsman of today. I'd write down here Moose was a great car park attendant, but I think he's done more than that today. He's absolutely helped in. We're all here this morning, cracking on, getting everything put up, getting everything in. So I just want to say a massive thank you to Moose. And Dal, it's like having my own personal wedding planner. It's just unbelievable, really. We didn't have you. I don't know what would have gone on the day like. Yeah, and Mike, and everyone. I think we're on time, Dal, aren't we? Still doing alright, are we? Alright. Where was I? Yeah. But you've both been great mates to me through the years, and I appreciate everything you've been there for me. Not just for me and for Helena. You've been mates for Helena through the years, so thank you very much, you two guys here.
Thank you.
Right. Now, I'd like to say a few words about the star of the show and my wife Helena.
Everybody's looking at each other, aren't they?
She looks absolutely incredible today. You look gorgeous, and I'm so lucky to be married to you. I see you walking down the aisle, and to be fair, you know what everyone knows. Everyone knows what I'm like a blubbering wreck. But I held it together, big deep breaths, but just to see you walking down the aisle just made more of my dreams come true. And I love it. Today we're back in without Helena. She had to say yes in the first place, which was a bonus. She's organised everything today. Every decoration, everything in the venue, anything made, she's done. And if it wasn't for her, I I don't know what would have happened. She's absolutely amazing. She's done everything. So she spent days, nights making everything, and it looks absolutely amazing. So I'm sure everyone agrees with me. So thank you. Right. You're my soulmate, and you're my best friend. And living with you has taught me about being positive, cheerful, and caring like you are. None of that's rubbed off on me. But I understand it a bit better now. The first time we met was in the venue, as has been pointed out with Sean, after a massive Millwall playoff win against Leeds. And I wouldn't have gone there. Millwall finished, and I seen just in my normal clobber, and I thought, oh, you're all going out in the venue, I'll tell you what, I'll go all the way home, get my shoes on, come out, and if I didn't do that, if I didn't make that effort, which I'm so glad I did now, that I wouldn't have met my lovely wife next to me. So that the first time we met was in the venue, then the second time we met was in the venue. Well, that went down really well, didn't it, Sam? Yeah. Oh, she was out with her ex-boyfriend. Nice one. Oh yeah. Yeah, well done, Helena. Yeah, that went down really well, didn't it? Yeah.
She's no good for you.
Anyway, by the fifth date, it was just eventually me and Helena. And I'd thought I hit the jackpot. We were having a chat. She told me she went to private boarding school. I thought, oh, private boarding school? What's going on here? I thought not only she's good looking, brainy, and her family are caked. Well, one out of three ain't bad.
Which one?
Yeah, she's good looking. No, she's a saint really. She's an absolute saint. Everyone knows what my mood swings are like. I lose the plot. My love for Millwall and golf. So I don't know how she puts up with me. So that's why she's a saint. But we've made some amazing memories already together with the holidays we've had, getting our first home together. And it may have taken me 9 years to tie you down, but really I knew after 9 dates that I wanted to marry you. You are the love of my life, and I can't wait to settle down and start a family with you. So can we have a toast to my amazing wife, Helena? Right, I just want to quickly, if everyone can just join in with me here. Everything's on us today, and we have sort of overshadowed someone, and I don't want to embarrass her, but it's her birthday today. So Liz, in the middle table, we haven't really got anything for you, but if everyone can sing happy birthday, if we could have a sing of happy birthday for Liz, that'd be great.
Stand up, Liz.
So, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Liz, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Right, before I hand out some gifts now, you all, none of you knew, but you all entered into a competition today. None of you knew about it, but the competition was who coloured in the best invite. You know the invites, you had to colour them in, see what looked good. Some of you were lazy and just emailed us or just sent a tick in the box, tick in the pot. But it was a very close call. It mainly went down to Helena's decision because she's very artistic. So we've got a little gift and a little prize for the winner. And there's a there's a picture of their artwork on the bag, and the winner goes to Emily Elliott. So if you'd like to come up here, please, quickly. That's a good effort. Well, there you go, you won something today. There was a few wrong photos in there, Liz.
Yeah.
There was a few wrong efforts in there, wasn't there? Yeah. Thank you. Well done, Em.
I've never made anything.
We'll take the prize back.
Well, we're gonna start handing our gifts out now. So when I call you up, or if I can pass it to you, then great. When I call your name, just to try and get through. Mums and dads, we've got gifts for you.
We're not far away.
So we can pass them to you.
Get
These
them
are
right
the
order.
mums ones.
Oh.
Two mum.
Two, Mum.
Oh, that's my handwriting.
Oh, thank you.
Gemma and Dan, the readings, please. Have a round of applause if you want. It's up to you, like, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've got it. He's
You
got
can stand down and go to the table.
Next door we go to the table.
Yeah, get a suit. Get even after that attempt. Ginny, Gabriel and Sadie, if it's possible. Presents, they want to turn up. Thank you. Thank you. Big round of applause. Laura, Lee, Matthew and Alex for being our witnesses. Yeah, got your new pair of scissors, mate.
No, that's the wrong bag, Neil.
That's it, Nick.
It's lovely. It's lovely. I've got a lovely glass. Yeah, beautiful. Very nice indeed.
Now, the bridesmaids, Emma, Liz and Ashley. Lee.
I don't know about Ashley. Ashley doesn't dance that well. She's got to repeat the dance.
It's a mission, isn't it?
Everyone's on that
I would give anything to the boys, but they got a suit and all that out of me, so cheers boys, thanks for that. So you've already done that. Right, so that's all the gifts done. Now, the last thing I've got to mention is my two best men down the end there. Law and Hardy, good cop, bad cop, Dumb and Dumber, Shrek and Donkey, that's easy to work out. I'll get to it. I asked Slips and Phil to share the best man duties because it's hard to pick such an important role for two incredibly dear friends. Or at least that's what I told them. The fact is they can't even boil an egg. So I gave it to the both of them, and they still need lots of supervision now. They put a lot of effort into organising a fantastic stag do to Estonia. Well, Slips did. Don't know about Baldy. And they know me too well. They've ticked one thing off my bucket list. Dressed as a gimp while shooting an AK-47. Thanks for realising my dream, lads. Cheers for that. I've known these two since school, and they really have been great mates to me. Would you believe it or not? And they've stuck with me through thick and thin, and they've really been like brothers to me. So thank you for always being there, and thank you for organising the unforgettable stag do's. I don't remember one of them, but the other one, yeah. So I really do appreciate it. So without any further ado, onto their lies and the cabaret, Slips and Phil.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the best men.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Before we begin, we would just like to take this opportunity to introduce ourselves. My name is Phil. I've got a wife and 2 kids. I run a small building firm. Times are hard at present, so if anyone wants an extension lock and conversion, come and talk to me. I'm trying to remortgage. I've begrudgingly had to have today off work. I also had to have another 5 days off, and that was just for the suit fitting. That went really well, didn't it, Neil?
I'm Craig. Business is good. So back to why we're here. Today is our very great pleasure to be Neil's best men until the end of this speech. Now both Phil and I were worried about writing this speech. I mean, how could we possibly describe the life of a guy who's the absolute best at everything he does? In Neil's mind, there's nothing we could possibly take the piss out of, but believe me, there's plenty to focus on.
Now, as we all know, it is notoriously difficult to criticise Neil. In fact, it is difficult to get any word in at all. Now we have this opportunity to destroy Neil. We are looking forward to the next few minutes, so charge your glasses and enjoy. So how do you describe Neil? It's fair to say he's pretty nosy, has an overwhelming belief he's always right, and even more amazingly believes he's the best at everything he does. But it's not all good. Neil has some bad points as well.
Let's go back to the beginning. Myself, Phil, Neil first became friends at the age of 11 years old at school. Neil was a mere 16 stone back in those days. And a slip of a lad. He struggled to finish off 6 quarter-pounders in a single sitting. It was at school Neil developed his love for football. Neil became the best player at school. That's his words, not mine. My recollection, in all fairness, he was crap. Mind you, his tremendous self-belief shone through even back then. Neil believed that he was destined to become a Millwall legend. Presumably, he meant at the burger van parked in the training room. Bless him. Bless him. He really thought he would become a line striker, even accounting for Millwall's poor standards at that time.
Since then, he has spent some time honing other skills. According to Neil, in his humble opinion, he has developed the best forearm in world tennis, the most amazing badminton smash you'll ever see. He can outdrive Rory McIlroy on a golf course, and he would have won the Snooker World Championship by now, but the final is always on a day Millwall are playing, so there's not much point in entering. On one of our infamous Hollington Golf Society days, approaching what he described as one of his world-class iron shots, Neil proceeded up the fairway and continued with his usual post-shot patter.
That was a great shot of mine, wasn't it? Yeah, that was good, especially from there. I'm well happy with that. It was a good shot, wasn't it? Didn't you think that was a good shot?
Engrossed in his own greatness, he took a rather unfortunate tumble. In a throwback to his football days, Neil proceeded to roll around the side of the green, clutching his ankle, and in a high-pitched whining voice yelping out, "I heard a crack! I heard a crack!" Myself being his playing partner for the day, being rather pissed off by now of analysing Neil's great shot, replied, "That was a Kit Kat in your back pocket, you greedy bastard. Now get up and mark your damn ball."
I think at this point it was Neil decided friends were all well and good, but he needed to find someone who was going to give him a little bit more sympathy. In search of spiritual happiness, he decided to try some other hobbies with his mates. So he took up heavy drinking, smoking instead, and he would give it a go with the ladies. He did at one point try to become a professional poker player, but got chucked out of casinos for eating all the chips. Neil wasn't very successful with the girls at this stage. He used to see a girl across the road from his house. Whenever she saw him, she closed the curtains. In fact, during those times, Neil was stood up more times than a bowling pin.
Neil did break his duck at 17 though. Funnily enough, it was an experience we both shared. At this time, me and Neil were seeing twins, and on a night we will never forget, we made love to both of them in the same room. My one was named Claire and she had long blonde hair. Neil's twin was named Malcolm with a moustache. This experience put Neil off looking for romance and he turned instead to comfort eating. I remember being in a room with him once when someone dropped a packet of Maltesers on the floor. I still think it's the best game of Hungry Hippos I've ever seen.
You should have been nicer to us. Sir Love eluded Neil, but his self-belief and insistence of being the best-looking man around continued. He called himself Brad Pitt's double. And he was. Brad Pitt was 10 stone, Neil was 20 at this stage. I mean, now let's be honest. A man who still lives at home with mum at 30 is suspect. Christine did love having him around, and Neil did love looking after mummy, making sure she only had the best. I remember on one occasion, Neil and Dave Dell picked up a sofa for his mummy. But when they loaded it onto the van, Neil decided it wasn't good enough to grace mummy's house, and promptly set fire to it. That's Neil's version of the story anyway. The full story is available at the bar tonight, where I will be situated, with Phil, expecting a free drink on the groom's expense. Tonight is a free bar, isn't it, Neil? We are all here for that reason. It was at this time, though, Neil decided to consider his career options.
Eventually he decided to pursue a career in management, and to be fair to Neil, he did work hard. He knuckled down, took exams, smartened himself up, cut down on his drinking and started having early nights. And when that didn't work, he thought, sod it, I'll ask Daddy for a job at SGN. He really liked the idea of his career, as brains didn't seem to be a major requirement. And he really enjoyed walking around in a high-vis all day, bossing people around, whilst getting involved in everyone's business, which, believe you me, that boy definitely could have won a gold medal at.
Now he had found his perfect job, he decided it was time to find that perfect someone. He knew it was time to stop drinking milk and cookies at Mummy's house whilst playing computer games against random people online and find a life partner instead. So he came up with a strategy that involved trying to talk to women at local nightclubs in the hope that the aid of alcohol and low lighting, they might talk back to him. It worked.
It was at the Venue nightclub in New Cross that he met the beautiful Helena. And after some seriously heavy drinking and a few dates later, Helena decided to commit to Neil. Not long after, Helena asked me the best way to get into bed with Neil. That's easy, I said. In fact, it's a piece of cake. And so we find ourselves here today.
Rumour has it, Helena was completely bowled over by the opportunity to date a self-confessed know-it-all. And in turn, Neil just couldn't believe somebody this pretty was happy to take him on as a working project. Helena, I know the shit that Neil has put you through. Quite literally. I threw the mattress out the next day. Seriously, Helena, I know everyone here will agree with me when I say you look absolutely beautiful. Neil really is a very, 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 very lucky guy. I know just what a great couple you will make, and we couldn't be happier for you both stood here today as his best men. Everyone here can see just how happy and complete you've made him, and we're just so happy for him that he's found such a special person to share his life with.
So Neil, how do we sum up all these years of friendship in just a few sentences? Well, you've always been a great friend and good fun since the very beginning. We've shared a lot of good times together and made many happy memories, and may there be many more good years to come. But you're more than just a guy for the good times. You've always been there to help, support and encourage others no matter what. And for all those times that's included us, we will be forever grateful. It's all these things and more that make not just us but so many others count themselves lucky to have you in their lives. So thanks for making the tough times not so tough and the good times really good times, and here's to many more of those years to come. All that remains is us for wish the both of you a long, happy and healthy married life together and all the luck in the world. So if everyone will please be upstanding for the final time. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to propose a toast and a very, very loud round of applause to the bride and groom, Mr. and Mrs. Baxter.
Today this could be the greatest day of our lives. Before it all ends, before we run out of time, stay close to me. Stay close to me. Watch the world come alive tonight. Stay close to me. Tonight this could be the greatest night of our lives. Let's make a new start. The future is ours to find. Can you see it? Can you see it in my eyes? Can you feel it now? the greatest day